Hi, it's me, the autistic Gen X software developer with anxiety and depression, but some call me Tim. And today, we're going to do a follow-up video to my video about the top 200 horror movies. There's some random list I found and went through them, and man, I got to tell you, there were not a lot of good movies on that list. Like, good movies. I mean, in my world, I like a lot more movies than most people. I think that I have a broad spectrum of likes, from The Room, all the way to some Scorsese and some Woody Allen and Wes Anderson and everything in between. Some arty films no people have seen, and then Return of the Living Dead with punk zombies saying brains. It was the first one where they said brains with zombies, by the way, if you didn't know that. But that one's not on my list. I'm not sleeping well. Thank you, depression. That one's not on this list, so I'm going to have to do a part 3, I guess, to do the best horror movie, the best B movies. Anyway, enough rattling on like I hate YouTubers do. Let's get into this one. All right, we're going to start with Saw. Can you believe that how is that not? Okay. Anyway, the original Saw. Yeah, the franchise goes nuts like Friday the 13th, and they just start doing a bunch of crazy shit. But the very first one, the original one, when they had no budget and they didn't know if anybody was going to like it, and they had to cheat because they ran out of money and they didn't get the filming spaces they wanted, and all the problems they had. Oh my God. That is one of the best movies, one of the best endings. Just, loving it so. All right. Next is a trilogy, which you may not even know it's a trilogy, and maybe you've only seen one of them, but it's X, Pearl, and Maxine with 3 X's. It's a trilogy. You should watch them all in order. It's brilliant. It's hard. I mean, you got to watch it. It's about a girl in the 70s, and they're trying to make, explicit movies, and then things go bad. And then they go back in time to do a sort of where did the villain come from? That's a whole movie. And then you get to wrap it all up and finally figure out what's going on. All right. Now, Malignant, all I got to say is I thought the weirdness was very fresh and original. So definitely Malignant. It follows also. I just love the premise. I think it came out at a time when people weren't doing anything original like that, and it kind of made people rethink what they could do with horror. I could make an invisible person. Yes, you can. Or just people standing there. Yeah, it was, it was pretty great. Okay. Now The Gift. This is a different kind of horror movie. This is more of a slow burn suspense thriller kind of thing. But I think I would put it into the horror movie genre. And it's just about a guy who used to bully a kid, and then he moves to a town, and this is Jason Bateman is the star. And then he meets that kid at the store or whatever, right? The bully. And then the bully, or the kid that got bullied, starts sort of harassing the bully. And so if you've ever felt like, gee, I wish I could get back at my bully. Well, you can. This is really frustrating. I'm so shiny. Definitely going to have to work on this. I'm not even sure I can do this video. Yeah, that's too shiny, right? Like, I do like this, and that's just my hair. Guess I could do like this. Hey, how's everybody doing? Yeah, we're gonna move over like this. We're gonna move over like this, so the hair just makes my gray, the hair, the light makes my gray look like it's otherworldly. So we're gonna do this. This video is really having some issues. Sorry, let's go through this super professional thing. Okay, The Gift, Jason Bateman, Bully, good movie. Escape Room, the first one. Even though there's that one part that I can't stand where she says it's Euler's algorithm instead of Euler, and she's supposed to be like this super smart girl, and I didn't know how to pronounce but I'm gonna let that go. The Boy. Oh my God. What? I love it so much. I can't really talk about him because I feel like I'm going to ruin it. American Mary. American Mary. A body horror girl who, is trying to become a surgeon and then gets sexually abused and decides to fuck that and then goes to do underground body mod surgery, and then shit happens. It's always shit happens. Midsommar. There's not much I can say about that. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. Haunt. It's gory, but it's a haunted house where they're killing people for real. If you're into that kind of thing. Let the Right One In. Not Let Me In. This is the Swedish one. They did a remake, and it wasn't as good as the Swedish one. So Let the Right One In is. Then Creep 1 and 2 and the Creep tapes, all of that. Probably the highlight. I mean, just the top of the found footage genre is amazing. They're so good. The Conjuring, the original, it was on the list, but I have to put it here in my top 3. I just watched the last one. Trying to get my head. I just watched The Conjuring Last Rites and it was good, but nothing is going to compare to the first one. The jump scares were so good. It was like an art. It was so great. Second to last one on my list, as I'm very terrible at these, Trick or Treat. I say R because it's Trick 'R Treat. There's another one called Trick or Treat, and you can't get them mixed up because the Trick or Treat one isn't the one I like, but Trick or Treat, 2007. This good little pumpkin dude with a broken lollipop that he kills people with is fantastic. It has all these intertwining stories. It's like Creepshow, a modern Creepshow, basically, where everything ties in together at the end. And then number 1, the coup de grace, the greatest horror movie ever made is Late Night with the Devil. I love this movie more than other movies on this list, not only because it's set on Halloween night, so I get to watch it on Halloween night, and it's the perfect movie, but it's just such a... Well, I said Creep was the pinnacle of found footage, and I'm lying because Late Night with the Devil actually is even better. It's such a unique premise, and nobody's ever made a movie like this before. And when you watch it, you'll think, why has nobody made a movie like this before? And why is he glowing? Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about this studio. I'll just lean my head over, shine on my hair. And so this was probably the silliest tilted movie review of all time. And thank you for watching. And until next time, peace. I don't